So what is unconscious bias? So for those who don't know, it's one way you could call it is stereotypes. Another way of discussing it is to say that these are the preconceived ideas that we hold about people based on such things as their gender or their race. Um, and confirmation bias is what happens when we seek evidence to confirm our unconscious bias. And I'm going to talk about that through an example so you'll really understand what it means. So some examples of unconscious bias, people say, I don't think it really exists, or I don't believe in it. It's been a proven fact through studies. So for instance, there's studies on lab managers, and you would think that scientists would be the most well-equipped people to minimize bias because their whole course of study is about looking at actual data and acting according to what the data tells them, having a hypothesis, running tests, and then following the data to the results. But unfortunately, scientists, even top scientists, will have their unconscious biases impact the way that they view people. And when they were looking at who should be a lab manager, and they were looking at identical resumes of men and women, they thought that the men were more competent, more likely, they would be more likely to hire them. And they thought that they should get a higher salary and were worth spending more time mentoring. Female scientists had as much likelihood of having these same biases as males. Why? Because we all grew up in the same world in which women were so disproportionately not seen as lab managers and scientists. And so they also thought that they didn't belong there.